Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime. I didn't even say that right. Where we delve into the world of daytime television. I didn't know that was such a tongue twister. And we do a few reality shows on the side. And one of the daytime TV shows that we're doing is The Young and the Restless. Dun 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 dun. Dun, dun. You know what's funny about the theme song to that? Well, first of all, you know that Mary J. Blige sampled it in her song No More Drama. And Nadia Comaneci used it as her theme. And in fact, that's what the song is called, Nadia's Theme, because she used it for her gymnastic routine, I think in 76. So, I mean, it was used for that first, and then it was used for The Young and Restless, and then Mary J. Blige. But just a little interesting factoid for you. Anywho, or maybe it was even 1980. In which case, wouldn't it have been on Young and the Restless first? I don't think so, though. I think I was like, I think I had been born, but I wasn't old enough to remember when Nadia, because I think she won it at the 76 Olympics, and in 1980 we boycotted, and then 84 Mary Lou Retton won. If I'm remembering that correctly, let me know. If I'm remembering it incorrectly, I apologize. Don't come to me for your historical facts. Okay. Anywho, so I've got an Apple Watch, and one of the challenges on the Apple Watch is to double your calorie burn, because it counts how many calories you burn a day, and you have to double the calorie burn for 10 days in the month of November. I did it yesterday. So I've got to somehow do it today, because yesterday I was working. So what I did was every 2 hours, I would do 2 laps around the building, just walking, and that was it. It took an extra 20 minutes out of my day, but it was not bad, and I was able to double my caloric count, so it was pretty good. All right. Anyway, so I got to do that today. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I got to do something, so I'll figure something out. After I'm done with this recap, I'm going to be going to the bank, and then I'm going to Smith's. That's it. That's the only place I can really afford to go. So, yeah. All right. So, anywho, let's talk about Young and the Restless. So, Young and the Restless this past week, it was an interesting week. So, let's start off with Hillary. Let's talk about Hillary. So, Hillary, I hate to say it, girl, you're an idiot. You are an idiot. You are a moron. Why? Because someone whose job it is to expose dirty secrets of people of note. I mean, it's not like Genoa City is a hotbed of celebrities, but you know what I mean? If you're like the TMZ of Genoa City, why would you ever take naked pictures? I don't care if it's for your husband of 40 years. Why would you ever do that and then get all upset when they get out? Really? Really? I mean, it's just common sense. It goes without saying. Why would you ever do that? So yeah, so of course people are, her naked pictures got out because Jordan released them, which, no, don't get me wrong, that was definitely a scuzzy move of Jordan. It really was. But at the same time, Hillary's a grown-ass woman. She was not exploited into taking those pictures. It's not at all like Zach's sex ring, where he gets the girls hooked on drugs, and, it was nothing like that, There were hot pictures that she took for Jordan when they were dating, and then when she came after him about the being a con artist and all that, then he came right back at her with the naked pictures. So, I mean, I'm just saying, her big thing with him was, she was like, if you weren't prepared to deal with the consequences, you shouldn't have committed the crimes to Jordan. Well, no, this is 100% fair play, because it's the exact same thing. If she wasn't prepared to face the consequences, she shouldn't have taken naked pictures. I'm just saying, right? I mean, I need someone to explain that to me, Anyways. Okay, so all right, so that's Hillary, and and believe it or not, Mariah has actually been, relatively a good person to lean on, believe it or not, especially with Hillary. But Mariah's a great character. Okay, so anyways, let's talk about. Oh, and they also showed Charlie and one of his little friends pulling up the pictures on their phones and laughing at Hillary at the Crimson Lights. And that prompted a huge talking to from Devon in front of everyone. And then the next day, it prompted a talking to from Lily. But here's what I loved about that. That was an excellent use of Lily's history. She talked about how, when I was your age, I met someone in a chat room. Now, here's the thing. She didn't say that the person she met was Kevin Fisher. But she did say, I trusted this guy and I didn't know that people could be bad people like that and they could invade my privacy. And she's like, I took some naughty photos for him and I gave him my virginity and he gave me an STD. And that is all 100% true. Now, it was all about Kevin Fisher, who's now become like this model upstanding citizen. But, it was a good use of history. It was perfect for today's. And let's talk about that sex ring. So, now that I am remembering things, this is not the first time that there's been a sex ring in Genoa City. Now, it's the first time they've used technology like a smartphone app, like Design Date. But way back in the 80s, Rose, who was played by the inimitable Darlene Conley, who ended up playing Sally Spectra, the original Sally Spectra on Bold and the Beautiful. She was a photographer, I think, but she ran a sex ring too, and she got Nikki hooked on it, right? So if anything, you would think, now this is where they need to use their history a little bit. First of all, I can't believe they went there again, but okay, whatever. But if they are going to go there again, then this experience should actually be a bonding moment between Nikki and Abby. Because even though Abby wasn't involved in the sex ring, I mean, Zach did end up, holding her hostage, and then he ended up getting shot by Crystal, which was fierce, I have to say. I didn't see that coming. Getting shot by Crystal right in front of her face. So that was pretty. So anyways, I think that it would be a sort of bonding time between Nikki and Abby, I think. Because they could bond over how they could even have a conversation about how times have changed. Back then, it wasn't like it is now. And, I'm just saying, it'll be a lot. It would gel that story a little bit closer together to the history of the characters. Okay, moving on. Ashley, I love me some Ashley Abbott, but, I feel bad for Ravi. Ravi is she is sort of playing with his affections. Okay, so first of all, I love Dina Mergeron, and this week was great for Dina also because, it all came out last week. She's got Alzheimer's disease, and so there's not going to be pressing any charges against her because she wasn't in her right mind when she stabbed Nikki, which I'm sorry. I think it would have been fiercer. Maybe she was in her right mind. I'm sorry. I think she's pretty gangster that way. But anyways, because not only did she stab someone, she admitted she stabbed them. She turned herself into the police, and then she walked away with no repercussions at all. I mean, that kills me. That is straight up gangster bitch. I fucking love her. I love me some Dina. Okay, so this week she had scenes with Jack where Jack was trying a little bit too hard to make this holiday season just the greatest ever, and Dina's like, I hate the holidays. Another bitch right after my own heart. So I love her, but she kept going back and forth, and there were certain things she was remembering. So I mean, it wasn't like a horrible thing. Yet it hasn't turned to that point yet. But So anyway, so Ashley, so Ravi comes over for Thanksgiving and brings a pie from like this best bakery in Wisconsin, and which actually Billy had also brought a pie from the same shop, and he comes in and Ashley's like, I'm so sorry. If it meant to be an invitation. And he's like, oh my God, this is family only. I'm so sorry. And then he leaves. Now, in that case, I am willing to forgive Ashley a little bit because, you know, that was when they made the announcement to Tracy and Billy about Dina's Alzheimer's. So I mean, even though Ravi has been with her on this journey about with Dina forever, so it would only make sense that she tell him too. But if she doesn't, I mean, I understand family. Okay, I get it. Okay. So then she feels bad, and then she has sex with him. Like she rents a room at the athletic club, and they go crazy. Okay, that's cool, right? But then the next day, he's like, "Well, do you want to do something fancy? Like I can take you to an opera. We can do a nice dinner." And she's like, and she basically said, "No, I don't think so. You know, you never know. I just think we should keep it casual and do things." I mean, she's totally sending mixed signals, and I feel bad for Ravi because you know he is very earnest and he's very, I don't want to say naive, but inexperienced. Let's put it that way. And he's totally looking at her in a different way than she's looking at him. And I'm not saying anyone's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's sad because just like you're watching a train wreck, you're like, oh. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can hashtag YR to talk Young and the Restless, or you can also hashtag GH to talk General Hospital, which I'll do tomorrow. And you can hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every single day. Alrighty, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.